beautiful. It's to the point. It is exactly for this scenario. Juggling jobs is the perfect word for this context. Maybe you know someone who does a morning shift and an evening shift, who works two jobs to make ends meet, to put food on the table. It's very difficult, working 16 hours a day, 2 8-hour shifts. And even some people, I don't know, do a side job for the weekend just to pay for their children's, I don't know, food and education, or for their sons and daughters' college education. That's hard. That's really, really hard. And I understand that. We're going to devote an essay today at IELTS Juice, and it's a beautiful sample. Welcome to IELTS Juice. Let's start reading an essay together. The rubric says, in the past, most working people had only one job. That's the past. However, contrasting discourse marker, nowadays, more and more people have more than one job at the same time. I want you to see the contrasting factors here. What it was in the past and what it is now. People used to have one job. Now they have more than one job, 2 jobs, 3 jobs. In the past, one job was enough. But here you see more and more people are trying to find a new job other than the one that they're holding right now. I want you to go through these elements. I deliberately was a little slow for you to understand the difference. I also used the grammar with used to because it works very well in such questions. Either used to or would. Both of them in these circumstances work very, very well. And I also want you to start thinking about different jobs, different shifts. People sadly, or maybe by design or by desire, it doesn't matter, but to me it feels very sad that they have to go through to just be able to cater for their families. Now let's look at the questions. The questions are, what are the reasons for this? Reasons, plural. So I need one paragraph at least. Maybe you can write 2 paragraphs and you need to talk about the reasons behind that. The second question, what are the advantages and disadvantages of having more than one job? Please pay attention. IELTS doesn't ask us if advantages are more or disadvantages are more. That's not the question. The question is, what advantages and disadvantages can you name? Just name. So again, plural, advantages, disadvantages. So I need to come up with at least 2 advantages and at least 2 disadvantages, and it doesn't have to be one larger than the other. You can just simply go 2 by 2, 2 advantages, 2 disadvantages, and that's it. And you don't have to say who the winner is. IELTS doesn't care. That makes things a little difficult because I cannot put 2 advantages and 2 disadvantages all in one paragraph. I have to give at least a paragraph to advantages and at least a paragraph to disadvantages. Now this is tough because this task has 3 main elements, and each main element, in order to be fully addressed, you need to say at least minimum 2 items each. 2 reasons, 2 advantages, 2 disadvantages. That is not easy. So this is a tough question, but we have a very good answer. Let's look at it together. Let's look at candidates' response. In recent years, there has been a notable shift in the employment patterns of many individuals. While traditionally most people held a single job throughout their career, it has become increasingly common for individuals to juggle multiple jobs simultaneously. Beautiful word. Beautiful. It's to the point. It is exactly for this scenario. Juggling jobs is the perfect word for this context. When you have two or more than two jobs, and you have to make sure that all the clients are satisfied. If you have immediate managers, they are satisfied, and preferably they don't know, each other, and you are able to give or divide your energy equally to both of them. That is exactly when you start juggling. This essay will explore the reasons behind this development and discuss the advantages and disadvantages of having more than one job. Excellent thesis statement. Generally speaking, I don't like when we say this essay will explore, but if it's easier for you, there's nothing wrong. It's just my personal preference. And then we have these reasons first, advantages second, disadvantages third. That is the pattern I'm going to see in the following paragraphs. So now my mind is structured. And when I look at the whole thing, I see one paragraph, two paragraphs, three paragraphs. There you go. There are three paragraphs. Each is devoted to answering one of the elements I just named. One primary reason for the rise in multiple job holdings is the increasing cost of living. That's one reason. With inflation and the rising prices of goods and services, many individuals find it challenging to make ends meet. Another exactly to the point structure with just one source of income. For instance, I like examples. In metropolitan cities, that's redundant. We have metropolises. Metropolitan means already an urban area, so we usually say metropolitan areas. You don't have to say that. It's redundant. Not wrong, but technically we should change this one, or we basically change this into, all of it into metropolises. The cost of housing, transportation, and other necessities has surged, prompting people. Don't you like the vocabulary here? And also the grammar, you see, which has prompted people, again, that's contracted relative clause, prompting people to seek additional income streams. Excellent collocation. Additionally, the gig economy, that's interesting, right? You should be able to understand this term because it's it's jargon. It's a technical term in this context. I have put the description over here for you to understand further. The gig economy has expanded, offering numerous part-time and freelance opportunities. Platforms like Uber, Fiverr, and Upwork have made it easier for people to find secondary employment, thus contributing to this trend. So the main reason was the highest cost of, or the higher cost of living. And then we divided it into inflation and gig economy. So there are It says one reason, but that one reason has two sub-reasons, which is fine. You don't have to name them like reason A, reason B. One reason can be divided into two smaller sub-reasons. They're still counted as two. If you're going to divide a reason into two sub-reasons, make sure those two are very different from each other. Moving on to the advantages. I know that because I was informed in the introduction that the second paragraph is going to be about advantages. Despite the challenges, having more than one job offers several advantages. Firstly, it provides financial security. By diversifying their income sources, individuals can better manage financial instability and unforeseen expenses. For example, if one job is lost or income is reduced, the secondary job can serve as a financial cushion. Good. If one job is lost or income is reduced, a little more detail would be better, like saying if one day you lose your job as an employee at a government office somewhere, it will help you add more vocabulary. You can talk about the government position. You have a managerial seat, or you had a department, and basically those words can again enrich your vocabulary. I'm not saying this is wrong, this is excellent. I'm just saying there is a chance for you to come up with a more detailed example with better vocabulary. Secondly, multiple jobs can offer skill diversification and personal growth. Engaging in different roles allows individuals to acquire new skills and experiences that can be beneficial in their primary career. For instance, a graphic designer, now that's what I'm talking about. You see, this is a good example. A graphic designer working part-time as a content writer can enhance, good word, their communication skills, making them more versatile and marketable. Versatile is a good word. Marketable is a very good word. And especially marketable is to the point, is what we want for this task. So it matches the context again. Gosh, this is a long essay. We're at the third body paragraph, and we're now, according to the thesis statement, at the disadvantages part. However, of course, we are going to show a converse way, an opposite paragraph. There are also notable disadvantages to consider. One significant drawback, you see, we're using a synonym of disadvantage, which is a drawback. That's beautiful. We're flexing our muscles in vocabulary. One significant drawback is the increased risk of burnout and stress. Good words. Managing multiple jobs often leads to longer working hours and reduced personal time, which can negatively impact an individual's mental and physical health. For instance, constantly switching between different tasks can lead to fatigue. Wow. Wow. I'm just blown away by vocabulary. And decreased productivity in both jobs. Furthermore, balancing multiple roles can result in a lack of focus and diminished quality of work. When an individual's attention is divided, it becomes challenging to excel in any one job, potentially affecting their overall career progression and job satisfaction. Career progression, job satisfaction, again, vocabulary related to the context. Beautiful, and they are also beautiful collocations. As you can see so far, we don't just say overall progression. We say overall career progression. We don't say and it results in satisfaction. We say job satisfaction, which is a beautiful collocation. These are the elements you all of you watching this video already know what job is and what satisfaction is. What I'm telling you right now is that you can join these two words that already you know and make them even better. And you can secure better lexical resource scores later on. Finally, in conclusion, the trend of holding more than one job is driven by economic necessity and the ability of flexible work opportunities. While this practice can provide financial stability and personal development, the advantages, it also poses significant risks to one's well-being and job performance, disadvantages. Therefore, it is essential for individuals to carefully weigh the pros and cons before deciding to take on multiple jobs. 420 words. Beautiful, 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 beautiful essay. I think you agree. Right now, we can look at the band descriptors. I have nothing more to say. Maybe one redundancy in vocabulary, some punctuation could have been better. They're not errors, they were just maybe not appropriate. Here and there, it was so small I didn't notice. So maybe one tiny element, that's all. One tiny comma was missing, or a comma was overused. This essay definitely deserves 8.5. I really enjoyed reading it. I'm happy that I got the chance to read it for you, and we went through the elements, its strengths, and the elements that can contribute to your way of writing. And it's not that difficult. You just need to be smart, follow the logic, be organized, and focus on clarity rather than, showing off and just adding one word or two just to say that you know a couple of words. They have to match the context. On those thought-provoking notes, if you wish to have access to this assessment with more information and maybe a little secret that we improved on this, you might want to look at the description and check the link, and it will lead you to the IELTS Juice website where you can see the actual work plus the improved version. And if you wish to see other videos like this, you know where to click. I hope you're considering subscribing to the IELTS Juice channel. And until next time that I'll be assessing your task 1 or task 2, take care.